Hello there everybody, it is me, GamingRock673 here once again. And if you've seen my previous video, you would know what this is. But for those who haven't seen it yet, I will go ahead and tell you. This here is, well, this is another episode of Computer Review. I'm not sure what we're up to yet, I'll find out here in a moment. Episode 6 of Computer Review. And as you can see, we have our first desktop in here. And I'm going to go ahead and address what this is. This is an AST Advantage 621 with an Intel Pentium inside. Let's go ahead and boot her up. We're going to go to System Setup. We're going to try to, that is. Go ahead and pull myself up a chair. Alright, yeah, we've had a failure in the CMOS, as you can see, but we're going to go ahead and head to System Setup so I can show you a little bit of what this computer runs. Yes, every time you turn this off, it's set to January 1st of 1990, and 0 time. Not sure on that one or why it does that, but that's just how it is. This is BIOS version 1.00.05. Very old BIOS version. Oh, wrong button. This is a original Pentium, 133 megahertz. I'm trying to find what the memory is, if that's even in here. I don't think it is on this one. Password is disabled. You don't have to set it. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and save our changes. This keyboard is way too old for this computer. This is what you would probably be using on a Tandy 1000. It's just the oldest one I could find. So we're going to go ahead and click Escape so we can see what operating system this uses. The monitor for this computer is that's on this computer is a lot newer than the one that it would have been originally prescribed with. The original monitor that this would have come with, Windows 95. The original monitor that this would have come with would have been a much older than this. Probably wouldn't be able to handle the graphics, as far as I know. Unfortunately, I was not here when it came out back in '96. But the monitor that I've got on it runs it pretty good. Yes, AST computer. So it's original. That's always a good thing, right? That noise that you're hearing is the hard drive. It has always made that noise when I've owned it. So I'm just used to hearing that when it starts up. Serial mouse right there. Go ahead and cancel, since I do not have the password handy. No noise because the sound file on this thing has apparently been deleted. But as you can see, we have a original copy of Windows 95. Go ahead and head to Control Panel to see what kind of things this computer will have on it. Assuming I can find System. Soul Enterprises, that's what that says. Windows 95, AST Research Incorporated, Pentium R, and 48 megabytes of memory. I think that's a 32 and a 16. Now I believe this maxed out is 256. Not sure on that. I'd love to be able to find out so I could see, because this thing is awfully slow because of how old it is. I'd love to be able to max that out. Now, this has no internet because what we would need for that is, well, back when this thing would have been on the internet, we would have needed this. Broadband 56K dial-up modem. I do not have that, but I have this, which is a Ethernet card, which I'm going to break this thing apart in another video, see if this fits, and if it does, we're going to hook it up through Ethernet and see if it'll connect to the internet. Hopefully that will work, but if it does, this browser that's on it, Internet Explorer version 5, I believe. Yes, Internet Explorer 5 is going to be the only thing that we can use. So no going on YouTube, no going on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. As you can see, there's nothing to connect me to the internet because it's not hooked up. There is no wireless Wi-Fi in Windows 95. It predates that by a long time. Now, as you can see on here, we have Williams Classics, a set of games. Behind the Scenes, Bubbles, Defender, Defender 2, Digital Arcade, Joust, Robotron, and Sinistar. All are decent games to play. You have Pretty Good Solitaire. That's a good game. Microsoft Kids. Not sure what that is in games. Here in accessories, we have dial-up networking, dial-up scripting tool, direct cable connection, file transfer, hyper-terminal, Microsoft Word Viewer, Notepad, online registration, Paint, phone dialer, Synchronize, and WordPad. Communications is the internet connection. Fax is the fax machine connector, which I do not have plugged in. Some more games, which is Free Cell, Hearts, Hover, and Minesweeper, and Solitaire. Multimedia is CD player, sound recorder, volume control, and Windows Media Player. Overall, this computer work is still pretty good after 20 years. This thing sat in a upstairs room for a decade, because when I turned this on, it was set to March 4th of 2005. And that was in 2017. So when it come home, I booted it up, did all that, and with my game store, which subscribe to my other channel for that, link in description. This was taken there for a gamer's night piece, but when we had to quit doing that because of issues with our neighbors, it was set there for a little while. Then I decided I would bring it home, and it's been in here ever since. Now to this mouse, this is a Genius serial mouse made for an older computer. Not sure when that's from. I've got this PS2 mouse that I'll probably wind up putting on it here soon. Don't know when I'm going to do that, but I'll be doing it very likely here soon as well. And then this keyboard has been converted with a gender changer to PS2 to hook to the back here, as you can see. Now we're going to try to go over the ports while we're doing this. We have a VGA connector, parallel, serial, which that serial mouse is connected to 2 serial ports, as well as 2 PS2 ports. That blue part's a connector for a game controller. Speaker connections on the back here. As you can see, connections for a dial-up modem. There might even be Ethernet in there, I'm not quite sure. I don't think there is. And then the hookup for the power supply, which is right there. And it has expansion slots, as you can see there. This thing is quite dirty. It probably needs to get blowed out here in the future. I have not had time to do that here so far. As you can see with this CRT monitor, we have our flame paint job on this side. The other side has not been done yet. I have to do that at some time. I don't have time to do it right now, but I did that side. I thought that was awesome. I thought y'all needed to see that. But this computer has, very good for the time, a compact disk drive with volume and headphone controls, and a 3.5-inch floppy drive. Well, I guess that's it for this video. I want to say thank you all for watching. There will hopefully be more videos in the future, and I'll see you all later.